A pleasant Tuesday to all of you. It's not Tuesday. Oh my gosh, what day is it? It's Wednesday. A good Wednesday to you, and welcome to the tea. I wish I knew what day it was, but because I'm quarantined, I am in a state of what day is it syndrome. Kind of like in the summertime when I'm not teaching. It's like both a blissful feeling, but also a little bit discombobulating. So anyway, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the tea. Today we're trying a very exciting tea that I bought in Alabama. I have a cousin and a cousin's husband and two beautiful, I'll call them my nieces because that's what they feel like to me. They are wonderful. And they live in Alabama. My cousin's a middle school teacher, and I went out to visit them last year, 2 years ago, I think 2 years ago. And they took me because they know me so well. They took me to this artisan tea shop called Piper and Leaf, and I bought some tea there. So Piper and Leaf, it's a really cool place. It's kind of like if you went to a bar, but instead of the bar giving you alcoholic beverages, they gave you tea. And they made like tea cocktails and like cool tea beverages. And they sometimes had like carbonated teas and all different varieties of tea. So it was super cool. And Piper and Leaf is just a cool name. So I obviously needed to buy some. And oddly, although I'm not a big green tea fan, I purchased this tea. It's called Sassafras Strawberry Green Tea. It's caffeinated. We love that. And I love that it comes in this cute little baggie, and then pulling out your little tea here, and gives you some instructions on the back that are pretty thorough. And I think this would probably taste really good iced, but we're going to try it hot today. So today I'm drinking out of my Mozart mug because I've been doing a lot of morning Mozart listening while I hear a boiling pot. But I listen to a lot of Mozart in the morning while I'm doing my grading and schoolwork and stuff because when I was in high school, I wrote a paper about how Mozart makes you smarter. It's called the Mozart effect, and people have apparently disproven it, but I stand by it. Mozart makes you smarter. There's even an album of music called Mozart Makes You Smarter that you all should listen to. So I'm going to drink out of my Mozart mug. I'm going to go pour some tea, and then I'll be back to tell you about today's positivity. La la la! All right, everyone. So I've got my freshly brewed cup of sassafras strawberry green tea from Piper and Leaf in Huntsville, Alabama. If you're trying to do some online shopping, you can order from them and check them out. And if you ever want to go on a cool trip, you should go to Huntsville. You would think like Alabama, what? But no, it's really cool. So this is a very lovely looking tea. The color is kind of like a reddish orange. It's definitely got a more berry-esque color to it than your standard tea. It doesn't look like a green tea, which usually I feel like is kind of colorless and looks like not much is going on. You definitely see like something has happened when I put the tea bag into the water. Retention, oh, students who listen to me talk about things. So let's give it a taste here. Well, first the smell. It smells really good. It's like probably the best smelling tea other than Paris that I've smelled on the tea. It's very berry-tastic. It's like picking a strawberry and sticking it up to your nose, holding it to your nose, holding it to your nose and just wafting. So, oh gosh, it's really nice. Let's give it a taste. Mm, it's really delicious. It's refreshing. It's kind of like it's like green tea light almost. Like for sometimes when I drink green tea, I feel like it's kind of got a bitterness to it or like a I don't know, something in the aftertaste that I don't like. But this is kind of like green tea that is softened by the presence of berries, and it's really good. So I'm going to drink the entire cup, and I am not going to add sugar in a serious turn of events because I feel like I'm going to be healthy today for now, for the next 5 minutes. And yeah, so today's positivity I actually recorded yesterday because I was sitting out on my porch and it was post rainstorm and I was just chilling, enjoying the aftermath of rain. I love a good thunderstorm. And I start noticing that the birds are just belting out tweets, like belting. Not Twitter tweets, real tweets, and it was cool. And so I attempted to harmonize with them and failed. And so I'm going to show you a little video of that, and then I'm going to read you a poem. Don't stop the video now. Poems are awesome. And there's a poem that I really love and want to share about birds singing. It's better than that sounds, but it's great, and it's by my favorite poet of all time, tied only with my next door neighbor from childhood, Richie, who is also an amazing poet. But it's a poet named Mary Oliver, and she writes really beautiful poems that just glorify nature in all of its beauty. And so I want to share with you one of her poems called Invitation. And I'm finding that a big piece of positivity for me is finding time to stop and just absorb words and appreciate them in a more thoughtful and thorough way than I might when my life is busier and crazier. Not to say it's not busy and crazy right now, but there's just more opportunity to stop and smell the roses or stop and listen to the birds sing. So here's a little video that may entertain you, and then I will read you a poem, and then we'll be out for the day, y'all. Thanks for watching the tea. Get ready for your positivity.
Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfactual. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. They apparently don't wish to harmonize with me. Shut up, train. I'm listening to birds. Shut up, train. Tweet, 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 tweet. All right, I give up.
So, y'all, thanks for listening to my harmonizing with the birds. It was a little bit rough, but it was a beautiful thing to witness, to just see the birds rejoicing in the sunshine after a storm. So, I want to share a quick poem with you. It's by Mary Oliver, my favorite poet ever. She's wonderful, and I just feel like as I read over this poem to share with you, I find that it's even more relevant than I first realized when I decided to share it, particularly when it encourages us to be grateful even in our broken world. So I encourage you to listen, maybe even close your eyes and just see what pictures come to your mind as you listen. But this is just such a lovely reminder for us today. Invitation by Mary Oliver. Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles for a musical battle, to see who can sing the highest note, or the lowest, or the most expressive of mirth, or the most tender? Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake, and not for mine, and not for the sake of winning, but for sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in this broken world. I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. It could mean something. It could mean everything. It could be what Rilke meant when he wrote, "You must change your life." So I hope that poem touches you in some way, that something resonated with you. And if not, I encourage you to read it again, listen to it again, because it really is just such a beautiful sentiment at a time when we need beautiful sentiments. Now is a great time in our lives to find peace in poetry. So, yeah, that's today's positivity. Bird song, appreciating the singing of the birds, the little things in nature that make our world beautiful. Um, you know what else makes our world beautiful? You do. So thank you, listener, for being here, and I guess I should call you a viewer. Thank you, viewer, for being here and for joining me with today's episode of The Tea, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.